Port Vale 0, Arsenal 2, and we're through to the fourth round of the Carabao Cup. Job done. That's essentially what it was. Wasn't the most exciting game. Wasn't necessarily a boring game, but got a job done. Clean sheet, dominated the game, dominated possession, and yeah, we got a goal for Eze in there. Got a nice goal from Trossard. We got a couple of good performances from players that haven't been playing as much, and we saw some interesting things in tactically in terms of the setup and everything. So let's just break down this game. I'm gonna get into my reaction to it, and yeah, we'll discuss a few players. So if you're new, returning, haven't already hit the subscribe button, smash the like button down below, and just drop your comments about what you thought about the game as well. But yeah, starting lineup, obviously when I saw the starting lineup, I thought it was Marino and Norgard playing midfield with Nwaneri playing in the 10, but it actually turned out to be both Eze and Nwaneri playing in midfield, something that I predicted and wanted. And obviously Marino was playing in the 9 position, which obviously I know a lot of people wouldn't really like, but I'm not really mad at, because obviously he offers things, like link up play and back to goal, that is fine, allows your wingers to stay high, which Saka and Martinelli was. And obviously you allow Eze and Nwaneri to play in the middle, which is 2 10s, which is something we want to see. And I think they both had very, very good performances. Obviously we started with Mosquera and Saliba. Mosquera was playing left centre back, which he's been very versatile in this game as well. He came and played right back when Ben White came off, so he's showing his versatility. Lewis Kelly started at left back, Kepa started in goal. Kepa got a clean sheet, didn't really have much to do. Lewis Kelly, I thought, had a good performance. So yeah, we'll get into a couple of the players to be like a match report. So let's just start. I think Ben White got his first minutes in a long time. Was nice, especially in the first half, down the right, linking up well with Saka, linking up with Nwaneri. And I think didn't really have anything much to do in terms of the defensive side, but I think a lot of his passes, a couple of the times that he found Nwaneri in the pockets, was linking up with Saka well with his passing, finding Marino as well. So he done his thing. Saliba was comfortable for the most game. Same with Mosquera, just continuously passing the ball, keeping it moving, doing the defensive duties well. There was one scare from Mosquera in the second half where he kind of played not across the box, but cross-field pass, which ended up getting intercepted. Obviously Arsenal players kind of ran back and closed the space, which allowed Port Vale not to really attack, but that was risky. First real scary thing we see Mosquera doing an Arsenal shirt, but mistakes happen. Midfield, I think Norgard, his debut, his full debut, I think it was good. Kept the ball moving, was very tidy in possession. Obviously he gets stuck in with his duels, we already know that from his Brentford days, but I think he's just tidy, kept the ball moving as a number 6, passed it forward when he needs to, didn't really take any necessary risks, but I like it. It's like a reliable, trustworthy player that you can use in these rotationary games. So I think it was a good performance from him. I think Nwaneri was one of the stars of the show. I think he kind of displayed his intelligence in the midfield. We haven't really seen, not saying we haven't really seen, we've seen Nwaneri play obviously central midfield more this season, but I think a lot of people don't really understand how good he is as a central midfielder. We've seen how he has played as a right winger, and obviously in those high pockets and in around the box, getting his shot off of his obviously magical strike. But we're seeing him actually, drop deep, receive the ball off the centre backs, knock the ball around the corners, and just kind of receive and alleviate the press. Obviously, he can also carry the ball as well, which is good. So it was a very good performance from Nwaneri, and I think obviously he's put his name into the hat, in my opinion. Obviously for Sunday, depends on what kind of way Mikel will go. It won't be an easy game, but I like what Nwaneri's doing, and he's kind of a player that's got under the radar. People kind of forgot about him because obviously you got the hype of Max, you got players like Eze coming in, you got Saka, of course, the focus on Odegaard, but I think Nwaneri is a very good player. But I think he needs to continue having performances like this and do even more, get a goal, get a couple of assists, creative passes as well. And yeah, I like his development. Eze played in the other 10, got his first goal, which I'm so happy for. Lovely finish. Obviously, you talk about that goal. I think we were moving the ball well. Nwaneri knocks it out to Martinelli, kind of fixes the defender, then plays like a little, between the corridor kind of pass, or between the two players pass. Obviously to Lewis Kelly, you kind of flicks it into Eze's path, and then he takes his time and just buries it into the bottom corner. And that was a good goal from him. He could have had a couple of more goals. I think he had one from a chance from Marino in the first half as well, that the keeper made a good save, and I can't remember any other chance he did have, but it's just good from overall. I think he looked very comfortable in the midfield, obviously creative as well, has that spark of energy, that magic, and it's interesting to see how we're going to use him. He played left 8 this time. On Sunday he came on the right 8, so clearly obviously Mikel's using him in different roles, seeing how his relationships kind of mesh up and that, and it was nice to see. Going to the front, I think Saka had a good game for the most part. I don't think he had a shot in the game. I don't remember him having a shot, but I think obviously he was going up against the defender well, kind of fixing his man, linking up well with Nwaneri, rotating as well, drifting inside a lot. It wasn't just, you know, him staying so outside, but he was very high in this game. I liked how Nwaneri kind of wasn't staying right next to Saka. He was kind of giving him that space so he can have his 1v1 and not get double teamed, and it was good. That was an interesting thing. And obviously Martinelli on the left, I think he had another, you know, bright positive game. Was taking on his man, doing well, was comfortable in possession again. Like Saka didn't get a shot off, but I'm not mad at it. I think he created a lot, was beating his man, put some good crosses in. Obviously he was involved in the first goal as well. And obviously Marino obviously wasn't really in the box, so he wasn't really, I don't think he had, I'm not saying he had another touch in the box, but I don't think he had a shot either himself. There was one moment where he should have shot. I think it was Saka that played him through, and he kind of just like was delaying, should have just kind of got his shot off. But it was a decent performance. I think he dropping into the midfield allows, you know, the wings to stay high. As I said, allows Eze and Nwaneri to get into different positions, and he just keeps the ball ticking. This game was played in gear 2 as we would want, and you know, no injuries. I don't think anyone came off injured. There was a moment where Saka kind of got kicked by by 50-50, and obviously he was down for a bit, but in the end I think it was kind of got stamped on his toe, so it was a bit of a painful one. But he seemed fine. Everyone else seemed fine in the game. And then obviously Mikel was allowed to kind of make a few subs. I think he brought on, I think initially took off obviously Bukayo Saka for Dowman, and Dowman was very, very good. I think he got his touches in. I think completed all his passes. He had one lovely first time around the corner ball to Gyökeres, where the keeper made a good save from Gyökeres' shot, which I think he could have done better. It kind of took a bit too long, but it was a good run from him and a very good pass on Max, and he kind of displayed again that creativity that we know him, players like him even have. And obviously he was taking on his man. Obviously a couple of times he did lose the ball. There was one moment where I think he had a shot, but he got blocked by the defender. I think it was in the final moments where he could have potentially been on target, but it was positive from him. He got about 30 minutes. Obviously Saka got 60 minutes, so it was nice to get a rotation. Obviously we know Madueke's out for 2 months, which is sad. Obviously he started the season so bright, so Max is definitely going to probably be used a lot, especially where Odegaard's injured as well. Ethan's going to probably be relied on to play in the central area, so it's nice to see him, you know, getting comfortable. Obviously Trossard came off the bench, got a goal, lovely ball from Saliba, lovely touch from Trossard, fixes his man, takes his time, picks his corner and slots it. I think that's 2 goals and 2 assists for him now. Obviously he didn't have the best of performances against City, but again, as I've said many years, if using this impact sub kind of role and situation, he's a very good player, very good technical player, obviously very good finisher of the ball, and obviously he killed the game and won the game for us and put it to bed, so it was good from him. So obviously Gabriel come on for, I believe it was Ben White if I'm correct, when Mascara moved over to right back, and obviously he just kind of had a calm game. Gyökeres obviously came on as well for Marino. Obviously he had a couple of chances. He looked a bit more comfortable in his touches and back to goal, obviously albeit Port Vale, but it was nice to see him kind of running the channels. He had another chance where he put the play under the pressure. I think it was a ball from Trossard. So all in all, it was a good performance. Anyone else come on? I don't think so. Max, Gabriel, yeah, Declan Rice as well kind of came on the down end, but just kind of kill the game and control it. And yeah, it was nice just everyone to get their minutes. Obviously the players that are new subs that from the first teams, even Mendy, Raya, Calafiori, it's nice for them to just get a rest. And yeah, gear 2 game, we won the game. We're through to the second round, sorry, this is the 4th round, my apologies. We faced Brighton at home. Obviously wanted to release this after I saw the draw, so Brighton at home won't be the easiest of ties. Obviously we've got them many a time in this Carabao Cup, but I think it will be a nice game at Emirates, an open game. I think a game that we can win. We have the quality to do that, especially in rotation. And that's going to be in late October if I'm correct, so hopefully we build up a good momentum by that time as well, and maybe got a couple of players back from injury. So yeah, all in all, good day. Max gets his minutes, a lot of players get their minutes. Saka comes in through, gets some minutes into his legs, gets ready for Sunday, and obviously we take some momentum going into that Newcastle game, which is a must win on Sunday. So yeah, comment down below what your thoughts were about this game. What did you like? What didn't you like? I think there's a lot of positivity to be honest, and I'm just happy that no one came out injured and it was a gear 2 game. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Drop a like on this video, subscribe to this channel, and it's been your boy KP. Peace.